Hello. Today we're going to cover how to use the group SMS feature of SpotMouth. SpotMouth allows you to send messages to groups. Groups are either public, and those public groups are associated with spots, or they can also be private, in which are just associated to your SpotMouth user account. So if you go to any spots page, and here's a University of Pittsburgh, which is a large university. Every spot page is going to have a groups icon on it, and you can go ahead and click on that to view the groups for this spot. So currently no groups on this spot right now, so let's go ahead and, as part of the demo, let's create a new group. So this group, again, is going to be associated with the University of Pittsburgh. And let's give it a name, and we'll call it Demo Emergency Notification Service. And we'll say sign up for emergency notifications. That this name and description will be shown to users when they go to sign up for this group. The group code, we're going to leave that blank in this case, but if you wanted to have a group you wanted to restrict access to, you can provide a group code and let that group code be known to the users that you want to be able to sign up. So for example, if you're a biology class, you could put it on the syllabus, the group code, and allow your users to sign up. The visible to members, that if I check this, then any member that joins and becomes a member of this group could send SMS messages to any of the other members on this group. In this particular case, we do not want that, but if there are definitely cases where that would be a good place, where such as a classroom. Okay, managed by members. That would allow. We're not going to check this, but once you become a member, if this is checked, once you become a member, you would also be an administrator. Open enrollment. Now this is one we're going to check for this group, and this just says we're going to allow anybody to join this group that wants to. So if I didn't check this, people could still try to join, but their membership would have to be approved by an administrator. So let's check that open enrollment and hit save. So now we have our group, and if you happen to go back to the spot page for the University of Pittsburgh and look at the groups, you can see that we now have that group. And so there could be, this is a nice way to be able to find groups by location. So if you can get to the spot page, you can find all the clubs or whatever that belong to that spot. So I was going to sign out. So let's sign out, and I was going to show you what the group sign up page looks like. So let's log in. I'm going to log in as somebody who is not the group owner that we just created. So we are now signed in, and we're going to go back to the University of Pittsburgh, and we're going to go back to the groups page for the University of Pittsburgh, and you see there's our group, and we're going to click on it, and now it gives us the option to join this group. So I'm going to say I want to receive SMS messages, and I'm going to join this group. So there I am, I'm part of that group. Now that's how a typical person would join a group like this. And let's go and sign out, and I'll show you how to send messages. So let's log out. We'll log back into an administrator so that I can send a message. I'll change my password anyway after this. Something more secure. So let's get, we're signed in as the group owner. And if you go to the menu page, menu screen, there's a messaging app link. Go ahead and click that. This is your typical inbox kind of view, which has your inbox, which is all your messages and your sent items, and your draft, and drafts are just things you haven't sent yet. So go ahead and click the compose message, and you can see that there's a send, which will send your message, a save, which will just save it without sending it, and a discard, which will just discard your changes. And now there's also a to button, and that allows you to set who the message is going to be sent to. So let's click that, and you can see that we just have our one group we created. So let's go ahead and add that group, and now that group is part of that message. Now if I had created multiple groups, I would be able to send a message to all groups here, but we just have the one. So let's go back to our message, and we could say we'll say test SMS here, SMS. Now this subject here is not going to be sent to your SMS users. It's just something displayed for your inbox. This is the message content that will be sent to your SMS users. Only the first 140 characters are going to be sent. We'll truncate it. But if someone is subscribed to your group, has an email, they would receive all the content, in addition to any videos or anything else that you associate to the message. So we can go ahead and send this, and that would send all the messages, send the message to all your subscribers to your group, and that would mean I would be getting a text message. Okay, so I wanted to cover, so that's how public groups work. Let's cover private groups now. So I'm signed in, and if you go to the menu, there are friends and groups. The friends and groups are both tied to your personal user account, and friends just indicate when you add someone as a friend, it allows you to message them, send them SMS messages or email. Groups are just ways to group friends. So you can have one friend that is your best friend and add them to different groups. So there's sort of a one-to-many relationship here. So let's go ahead and we can let's add a couple friends. So we'll add an email friend here. So you can see that the friend was saved and an email has been sent. So on the other side, I have this email account I have, and I can show you that I got an email saying a SpotMouth friend request, and your friend would receive this, and they would click on that link, and they would be able to accept your friend request right here. And all that does is allows you to send them messages. They do not have to sign up for SpotMouth or anything. Just allows you to easily keep in contact with them. Let's go back to the home, and let's log in to Pizzer account here. And I will want to show you how to add a SMS user. So you see that's our friend, and now we're going to add a friend that we're going to for SMS messaging. And so we put their number in there. You can go ahead and hit save, and I will receive a text message. Your friend, whoever has an SMS message, will receive a text message pretty much like that email, and they have to reply to it to be able for you to send them SMS messages. So we've added 2 friends now, and let's go back to the menu, and we can then add them to our group. So we'll just call this demo private group. You can see we can add, there's our one friend for SMS, and there's our friend for email. So we'll add those to our group, and then we'll save our group. Now, if we go back to the messaging and we compose a message, and we hit the 2, you see now we can send a message to our friend, we can send a message to our SMS friend, or we could send a message to, this is the group we created for University of Pittsburgh, and then we could also send a message to the group we just created, which would consist of this friend and this friend. And we go back to the message, and if we sent this message, as long as folks have accepted our invitations for the private group, the message would be blasted out to all the members of those groups. And I think that covers everything and how to use group SMS in Spotmouth. Thank you, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Bye-bye.